Hi guys. So I already did the makeup for the boss lady. I don't know if I even gave her a name. I don't think I gave her a name. Either way, I did her makeup. I'm going to film with you guys the actual getting her set up situation, her office. I was going to paint another situation, but if I do that, I can't film today. So I might, and it's for only one scene that I have her in the office. Like, I don't think I ever go back to her office. I think I just mainly go to Hannah's office and the front office desk. I think I go by that a couple of times, and then I turn it into my desk when the one girl quits. So I think that's the only scene I have in this lady's office, is the hiring of this girl. So I was going to put her where you guys are, over here by the window, because I felt like it was a big window and she's a big lady. She thinks she's all that, you know? But I don't want to move this bed for one scene, for like a single scene that may not even take me very long to shoot in the first place. I do have to shoot both sides. So I have to go and I have to come in with the boss lady's view, and then I have to go in and with the Hannah, the main character, if you would say that. I would say she's the main character. Anyways, so I do have to shoot two scenes like that, so there is a second scene being shot that way. I didn't think about that until just now. But that being said, even then, it's two shots. Still not worth moving my bed over. I don't want to disturb my neighbors as much as possible, and I know that this profession, at least where I'm doing it at, is a very move furniture around kind of profession, and I'm trying to avoid as much as possible. So today I'm shooting the wall, like the angle of a wall. Tomorrow I might shoot, not tomorrow because I have things to do tomorrow. Maybe next Monday, because it's Tuesday today, but I overthink, guys. I overthink. But the next time I will shoot going and facing Hannah. So I don't think there's going to be a time where I'm like facing a different angle. If you don't know, when you shoot stuff, you have to shoot from the same across place. So if you shoot, there's rules, but you don't have to follow every rule, but this is usually the rule, is that you shoot from the same shoulder. So if I was shooting here, I would turn the camera on the same shoulder facing the opposite way. I'll show you what I mean. Anyways, let's get started. I have to move a piece of furniture. Well, first of all, here's the outfit of the girl. Okay. I need y'all, either when to be right here, I think, when I'm being have a seat. I want to make sure that you guys can't see that there's an unfinished backing over here, but I also want to make sure that you can tell that this is a desk. Does anyone else's cats chew wires? Is that a sign of something? Like long? with my cat because my dear chubba lovers chews my wires when he's hungry. Mind you, he doesn't do it when he has had food in his tummy. But when he's waiting in the morning for his food and I don't get up fast enough for him, he'll eat those. He'll chew them so I have to hide my wires from him. Whatever. I don't know what the world that means for the sake of his health-wise, if it's about health. I'm just gonna take this little container and put all the push pins in there. I feel like you would have push pins in an office, and honestly, a very good place for them. Ooh! Unlike the floor. So I got flowers. I am not an expert at flowers by any means, but I did in fact get some. Let me put it where you can see all of it. Anyway, sideways. Yo, come on, get it together, man. Okay, so I did notice when I was putting them in, they're not exactly long enough. Not even the roses are really long enough. So I just didn't cut those long enough. And I'm also debating whether or not I should use the roses. I just don't like the waste of roses. If I'm not going to use them, I can reuse them, or I could just enjoy them while they're alive. But I'm going to need something that I can put on the bottom of this that's going to make the flowers taller. I just don't know what that is right now. I do have a, I just need it to get some height. I don't need it to be like permanent or anything. Get it to go. Okay, so I got the second one in there. I'm kind of hoping that if I don't push it, and I can lean it against these things and just like have it stand like this. Okay. I only have so much red. I mean, I could go back down and get red, but I don't want to like push the flowers. Also, there's really ones that are taller than others. I might have to cut those. A 3-pack of purple right here. I don't know why I said 3-pack. Purple here. 3-pack of purple. Oh no, it's falling. It's because the other one, it's not all the way down. A little more yellow. I'm not a flower person. I don't even cut flowers out very often. The only time I've ever cut flowers is to, well, for this, and to grow more. One of them fell out, guys. That didn't do anything. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of white, maybe in the middle. They're fine, right? The only issue is I know for a fact that I have to I'm gonna have to like make sure that I shoot the other one shortly after so they don't die. Unless I can replicate that. With the exact same flowers. And I don't want to do that. This is why you get these things called fake flowers. I'm not going to use both. I feel bad. But I feel like that's too much. Unless I plop the roses in there. Really pretty. I think that's gonna be too much. Like, add that it's going to be too much to it. And it's not going to suit it either because it's a different kind of flower. I don't know about the mouse because I do have I have a key, a keyboard, but I don't have a computer per se. I have a tablet. I have a laptop and a tablet, and so I use the keyboard for the tablet. I'm going to use the tablet for the other person because I feel like an assistant uses a tablet. I'm going to need a chair. That's what she's going to look like. I feel like it's okay if it's empty, right? And then I have some pens, but I got some little things. You can't really tell if they're there. I don't know if it's really going to be useful to even have it, but you know. By the way, I've got Sharpay singing like the songs that she sings. The throw away your inhibition, stop, 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 to the top and yourself. Anyways, I have that in my head. And man, I don't know if this is going to be for this person. I don't know why I have a white. This is going to go towards the assistant. I feel like the assistant's more of a colorful girl. Maybe a stack of papers. Okay, so I think I'm good with this. I'm also going to bring in her the girl's resume. So that's gonna also block out some busyness in this thing. I think it looks good enough. I'm debating on whether or not I should even put like her being in blonde hair because I feel like this bun is kind of giving boss. I was gonna make the other girl quirky, but I just feel like this girl is way more boss-like. And this is going to be, maybe the other girl will have the blonde hair. So, anyways, I think I'm going to start filming. So I do have to jump back in because I did tell you that I was going to tell you what I meant by over the shoulder. So if I were to shoot this way, say I was like one of the characters, I'm on this side of the shot. So I would maybe I should come up with a different word. I don't like that word based off of our lives going on these days. Anyways, so if I were to angle the camera that way, I would want, say that's where my other character is. I'm talking to that character. You're getting this person's dialogue right here, this person that's sitting in the chair. I'm on this side. The camera is on this side of my shoulder. You wouldn't want to go to this person's shoulder. Like you wouldn't want to put the camera over there. You would actually want to put the camera over on this side. You would want to put it where it's facing the same side. So you're going on the same angle. So you were on the bed, now you're in front of the bed. If you can't tell. So your camera would have been over here. I'm you, the camera. Your camera would have been facing this way. You want to be exactly on this side of the camera because I don't know what it is. I've been taught that if you do it from across, it doesn't feel like they're having a conversation. It feels like that is somebody else, like the camera is somebody else, you know what I mean? So if there were three people I would say that's not a big deal, because then the camera just looks like it's the, oh, sorry, it just looks like it's the third person, not another angle. So so it feels like you're broadening how many people are in the room, instead of having a conversation between two people. So if there was a third person, it would make sense to put the camera over there, because it would look like they're the camera. But because there's no third person, you just want to look like you're having a conversation between two people. So, let's just say. So that was interesting. I only got like 2 camera angles. Obviously there's going to be the other angle, the other half, and it's going to be facing towards the door that she's at, and all of that is going to be in it. I have to take a picture of where I left things. I just moved my cup. That's okay, I have it on camera. I think it's funny when we forget that we have footage right in front of us. And once was in a set where I forgot, I didn't forget, I placed the bracelet in my my bag, and it was in its little baggie, I know that, but I lost it. And the guy was like, so what hand did you have it on? And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, you have an entire, because like when you're on set, they don't just guesstimate, they don't, for whatever reason, they take pictures. I honestly know it's for documentation, it's for if they ever have to reshoot something, they know exactly where everything is and stuff like that. But I just realized there's a satellite on top of that thing. Anyways, they make us take a picture of like this, your hands up, making sure that they know what state your nails were in, your color, your nail polish, what hand your bracelet's on, all of it. So it's not like they didn't know what it looked like, but he was asking what it looked like. And I'm like sitting here thinking to myself, like, you've got an entire documentation of what it looks like. I guess he could have just, he should have taken down my name. I know it was, wherever it is, it's on set, you know, and they only have so much square footage on a set, and I've only been in 2 places on that set. So, well, 3, because the waiting room was in a different place. The point of the matter is, it's just funny that we forget that we have documentation already in our thing. I'm gonna take a picture of it anyways and replace the flowers exactly where it's at and all that stuff, because I need to do the flip side. Next week, or next, I don't wanna wait that long. If I do wait that long, I'm just gonna have to make sure that I grab the same amount of flowers and make it look exactly the same. But I'm hoping that I can do it. No, I can't do it tomorrow. I could technically do it now, but my phone's gonna be full. So yeah, no. And then I have to go through and make sure that I write down what she said and how she said it and when she said it. Because I do have the script written down, but I didn't use the script because I knew the general idea of what I was going for. And that's the beautiful thing about working with yourself. You don't have to go off your script as strictly as you would have if there was other people involved. You can just kind of make up your own script and your own set a tone. I definitely went for more of a sturdy, strong-willed person. I'm gonna go now. Do everything with light and love, you guys, and I will see you next week. And hopefully I will have the next scene done. I'm gonna go take pictures of myself like a little weirdo because I have to take pictures of myself. Oh man. Oh. I just realized, I guess I'm just gonna have to hold the folder, because I didn't ever put the folder on the table, which is fine because it would be hard to place that into set. Anyway, I gotta go, bye.